Yeah, it helps if we also hit the go live button. There we go. Papa Brad made us all drink caffeine before the show, so I'm a little bit wired.
Not me, I'm a little bit tired.
Get some coffee, Mikey. Come on now. Seven, 6, 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.
Hey, everybody!
Woo!
Yeah. Assemble.
Don't drink these right before the show. You'll get all wired and crazy, and then you start making comments, and then yeah. We got an echo.
We got an echo. Sorry.
We got an echo. How's it going, everybody?
My iPad for chat. Thank you.
Welcome to the show. We are excited, man. What a week! What a week!
Let's say hello to some people in the chat. Hey, Herb Wars. Welcome to the show, Raven SPE. We got Thomas B here. We got Mike Hawk Hertz.
We can't say his name fast. I say it slow. Gotta say it slow.
Got Brooklyn Menace, Mitchell B.
What's up, everyone?
Yeah. Raven SPE or Ravens PE or Ravens P or Ravens? I'm not sure how to pronounce it.
That's a good question.
It's a very good question.
But more importantly, we got Made in Canada.
Made in Canada. We even love our Canadian friends.
We do.
Absolutely.
Oh, we got P-Dubs.
Illuminati.
It's the
Jason,
Illuminati.
you better go take care of P-Dubs. Go take care of P-Dubs right now, Jason.
Yeah,
hey,
Jason.
Jason,
we're going to have to send you out.
We got to shut this down.
Come over right now. That's a promise.
Uh-oh.
P-Dubs.
Hey, then where you at? I'm up at P-Dubs' house right now. I'm looking for it.
Arcade loft.
Uh-oh.
He's in the arcade. P-Dubs.
CT Jason's in the arcade loft. Oh man. Jokesters. Joe, you've been traveling the world, huh? Going visiting.
Yes, sir. I've been around, you know what I mean? I just want to give a quick shout out for Michael coming on last week. We really appreciate it. We had a great time. As a matter of fact, I ran into him a couple days ago, throw it up on the screen. Me and him got a picture together.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
great,
Look
man.
at that.
That's
I went
so
down
good.
there. He showed me some stuff. I've been to a couple places. I got some pictures for you. You see, I've been around this weekend. I've been traveling. Put a lot of miles on my you know what I'm saying? My
You got
past.
your laptop out in the boat. I love it.
I'm out there working.
Yeah.
Stream into your channel from the boat.
Yeah, we got a
That's
strong
right.
show planned tonight. We're going to be talking about shmups, shoot 'em ups. It's a
Yes.
shoot 'em up episode. And we're going to show, not tell. We got a lot of exciting things to show on this episode.
A lot of stuff we're showing today. So I just want to just say that
Absolutely.
just give me like 2 minutes here at the beginning of the show here, because I just want to point out that this show, we are the official show for the fans of the iiRcade. Okay, so we are a show for the fans. Now we are, this show it's for entertainment, right? This is why we're here. It's for entertainment. It's for fun. We post videos like every day, right? And we posted some videos this week with some thumbnails that may have been a bit over the top, and I get it. You know, sometimes thumbnails can be a little bit, they can send the wrong message, and especially if you don't watch the video. If you just look at the
Sometimes a thumbnail is so strong, people don't even watch the video. Just a thumbnail.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I just want to point out, we don't do this show for any kind of monetary gain, right? We're not, Mikey J puts in hours and hours and hours editing these clips and stuff and putting them up. Like it's like a full-time job for this guy, right? And we all put in
it absolutely is, yeah. My wife will attest to it. She's in the chat. She sees how many hours I put in doing this stuff, and
we all appreciate it, man.
And I'm any little bit of money that I make. I mean, and I'm more than happy to talk about YouTube money. I mean, I got over 1 million views on YouTube. I know how ad revenue works. I got some statistics. I got the statistics, and like it's not our StreamYard account. Everything that we make, it's just going back just to pay it forward for that and for giveaways. And
we don't sell games. We don't sell accessories for the arcade machines or anything like that. Every dime we make goes from like the merch store goes right back into the show. And we made this merch store. And in fact, Mikey's wife was so awesome who created this merch store and designed all this merch for us. And every dime that we haven't got anything yet from, I don't think, but every dime
we
that
haven't
we
even
get,
got our first payout. No,
it's going right back to the show. So, and we've seen, have you guys seen Jong's stream? He has all these people are always saying, can we get t-shirts, Jong? Where can we buy the t-shirts and all this? And so in fact, somebody hit me up today for an iiRcade, or not today, earlier this week for an iiRcadians t-shirt. So we know that you guys want the stuff, and we're not in it for any kind of monetary gain. We're doing it for you guys. So just wanted to bring that out there. And then
P-Dubs had a question. Answer P-Dubs' question.
What's P-Dubs' question? Official fan show. I'm confused. What about the other? So we are the official show for the fans, for the community,
for the community, and
we're not the official show. We are not officially endorsed by iiRcade to be like the official iiRcade show.
We're not. I mean, we're not here for anything other than because we want to be here for entertainment and fun.
We represent the iiRcadians. Yeah.
And P-Dubs, we're sending them to you. Better look out.
I answer your question up close.
I just want to say, I mean, some people have gotten on my case about moderating on the forums and stuff too. And it's like I said, Mikey puts in all this time editing. I put in a lot of time moderating on the forums, and I don't do that for any kind of gain. Like if I've got somebody who's complaining about a picture of a stool, or they're fighting amongst each other or whatever, and I'm sending messages to these guys trying to resolve issues with people, it's because I do it to help Jong, right? It's Jong's over in Korea doing the Lord's work over there, getting us licenses and all this kind of stuff. And I just try to make sure that we can take care of stuff without him needing to get involved. I don't have any gain for spending hours and hours of my time resolving issues with people on the forums. So I just want to point that out there as well. So anyway, let's move past that. Let's move on. We're all here because we love the iiRcade. We love games. We want to have fun. This is the official fan community show, and we want you guys to be a part of it as well. So let's start out.
Absolutely.
We got a video of the King of the Shmups, because that's what we're calling it today.
King of the Shmups.
King of the Shmups. This is a team-up video. Papa Brad in the third floor arcade with Jason. If you haven't checked out his channel, check out his channel. It's amazing. He's got 96 videos up there. He does amazing reviews of arcade one-ups. And iiRcade, he does iiRcade content. But go visit the third floor arcade with Jason. It's a great place to get in.
Got a nice arcade.
Heck
Beautiful arcade.
Yeah, I've been watching third floor with Jason for about since the beginning.
I have too. He's a real cool guy.
Yeah.
Like the guy a lot, and he's going to be on more. He has 2 segments.
Brad,
he's got one tonight, and down the road he has one he's done too.
Yeah.
Before you hit play, Brad, you had a specific question for you from Console Fanboy about your PC. Did you want to answer that?
It was whatever UAG told me to buy for pinball. I don't know. It's a good one.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what's a good one? And your average gamer helped me pick it out. So I'm sure it's a good one. He said, this is a good one. I said, okay, let me pay for it. So
he was asking about the PC.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, show the video.
This is Papa Brad. There's one thing that's for sure. iiRcade is the king of shmups. If you like games where you shoot things, there is no better cab on the market than the iiRcade. Here's some footage of some of the great shmups that iiRcade has or will have soon. proud to announce a special guest that will be joining us to introduce one of my favorite shooter games on the iiRcade, Rangok Skies.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Third Floor Arcade. This is Jason, and today I'm going to take a look at Rangok Skies, vertical scrolling shooter, just released on the iiRcade online store. This game is currently listed at $9.99, and it's just a welcome addition to the iiRcade. This game was developed and licensed by Samurai Games. It was actually first released on Steam in March 2021. It's definitely great to see more modern games releasing on the iiRcade. I'm definitely a huge fan of those. So this game was inspired by classics such as Strikers 1945 and Gunbird. So if you're a fan of those games, you'll definitely like this one. This game has 4 different characters, each with their own ship, weapons, bombs, and story endings. And what really makes this version of Rangok Skies different from the rest is that the iiRcade offers online leaderboards, which is definitely an awesome feature. And the soundtrack of this game is just rocking. This just sounds awesome on the iiRcade. But let's take a look at some gameplay of Rangok Skies. Definitely a pretty intense game. Got a lot going on at one time in this. Here we got the first boss. About to die. Uh-oh. It's almost impossible to avoid all this gunfire coming. Got hit by a rock.
Continue. Okay.
You beat him. Nice.
I mean, who doesn't love shmups, really?
Like I said before, this game has a rockin' soundtrack.
Yeah, if you haven't checked out this one, definitely check this out. This is on the top of Papa Brad's list of shmups on iiRcade.
Game over. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you, this is Rangok Skies on the iiRcade, currently $9.99. If you're a fan of these type of games like Gunbird and Strikers 45, you will definitely 100% love this one. And like I said, it's got online leaderboards. Definitely check this game out. It's pretty awesome.
iiRcade, King of Shmups.
Thanks again, Third Floor. You're the man.
Alright guys, thanks for checking out Third Floor Arcade. Please like and subscribe. I have a ton more videos coming. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Go sub. Yeah.
All right. I like Chatty Cat said, this is the most calm gamer I've ever seen. I don't know about you guys. I play these shmups and my blood pressure goes way up and I get like, but yeah, that's right. He was pretty calm. Brad's at Waybacks. What are you doing?
Well, I just want to say a big thank you for coming on the show and helping us out. Third Floor with Jason. That's it.
Yes.
And
Thanks
go check
so
out
much,
his
man.
channel. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That was a really good. That was a great segment. Thank you, Jason. That was
Like I
awesome.
said, I've been watching him for a while, so I'm very familiar with his channel, and I can't recommend him more. Definitely a good dude, and
He's got a cool
make
arcade
great content.
too.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
got a great setup. Yeah. In fact, I think he was trying to figure out how to squeeze more in there, wasn't he? Like, I remember watching a video where he's like, I don't know where else to put where I've got an open spot left, right? So, well, so let's take a look. So we're talking about the king of shmups, right? Which is the iiRcade. And this is, so this, I'm pointing over here because that's where my iiRcade is, but this system has all kinds of different games in a variety of genres. You've got your, you know, your RPGs, you've got your platformers, you got racing games, you got puzzle games, you got old games, you got new games, you got shmups, you got fighters, you got everything. But what really shines is the shmups. I think it's, and do you guys all agree that's the best?
Shoot 'em up. When we say shmup, all that means is shoot 'em up.
Right.
Shooter games.
43 shooters on iiRcade. 43 arcade shooters.
This is quite a variety.
They give you variety.
Yeah.
There's a lot of variety.
Huge variety. You got old, new, bullet hell. I mean, it's just like, if you're into this genre, this cab is the ultimate cab.
You know, you have your horizontal, your verticals. You know, you got the ones that are a little bit different, like you're riding something, you know, which we might talk about one of those a little later on. You know, you got your classics like R-Type and Batsugan. But yes, Saint Dragon there. That's another one that I recommend.
We're not just going to watch and look at websites on this show. That's not what we're about. We're going to show you the games. You ready to show some games?
Let's show them a game.
Let me see.
What's up, iiRcadians? Herb Wars here, and today I get to talk to you cool cats about iRim's 1993 shooter, In the Hunt. In this underwater shooter, take control of the submarine known as the Granvia to stop the DAS, also known as the Dark Anarchy Society, in melting what was left of the polar ice caps to destroy the rest of Earth. In the Hunt uses two buttons, one to shoot your bullets horizontally and the other one to shoot your buttons vertically, as you need to concentrate on what's happening above water as well as in the water itself. Players also have the ability to control the scrolling of the map. It's not auto-scrolling, so you control your destination basically. Some viewers of this game might notice similar graphics to a famous SNK game known as Metal Slug, and you would be correct, because the people that created this game eventually went on to create Metal Slug. There are 6 different stages in the Hunt, and each one of them play differently, and it helps keep the gameplay nice and fresh. Thankfully, we have infinite lives with our iiRcade, because I'm not sure I'd be able to get past this game if not. Yes, it's the type of game where you throw a quarter in and you're able to start exactly where you were, but I don't think I'd be able to afford beating this game without the unlimited continues. My favorite boss is this boss here from stage 4. It looks like to me like a 3-headed turtle, maybe dragon, snapper turtle. I can't really figure it out, but his character design is really cool. Difficulty is definitely up there, but his character design is great. I notice if you try to stay at the bottom, you don't normally get hit as much, but you have to wait for them to come down. And when you respawn, you see that shield around you. That's your shield for respawning. And when this boss is getting weaker, he turns red. As you can see, I'm not the best game player, obviously. This isn't an easy shooter. This is like R-Type hard. Here we go, guys. This is my favorite stage. This is stage 5. And this stage plays completely different, because as you see throughout the whole stage, you're being chased by this giant rock giant monster. And you have to work your way up the stage, so you're playing the game completely different. And this is what I really love about this game, is it keeps it fun, the idea is fresh, and it's just not the same gameplay over and over. They did a really cool job with it, and the music is pretty damn good in this. Not my favorite boss, but absolutely my favorite stage to play in this game. Here's a different boss battle by the same guy that was chasing you. But this, you're not really so much focused on shooting him. You're more or less focused on dodging these blocks that are coming down to hurt him and do damage. You have to shoot the blocks, not the enemy. And then dodge the blocks to watch it fall on his face and drop him off the screen. So this is a pretty cool boss battle, and it's different since you're not physically shooting the boss himself.
Dude, that stage looks sick.
And after 6 stages, you find yourself to this pretty cool cutscene. Totally worth playing this game. It's a unique shooter. It's not your typical space shooter. You're underwater. You're able to shoot up and down, up and across. And it's a really fun game. Each stage is completely different than the first. And each boss battle is completely different. Personally, my favorite boss is stage 4, but my favorite level is stage 5. There's endless replayability on this because you want to try to do better than you did on the previous run with the amount of credits you used. I could totally see myself maybe challenging myself to only use $2 and see how far I could get. Or maybe $1. That gives this game so much replayability. Anyways, guys, this is a game that's not as popular by iRim. Maybe you guys want to check out. Thank you so much for watching. Herb Wars out. Shout out to my friend Todd Russell for being in 2nd place. I actually made the leaderboards. I'm in 11th place. Shout out to Papa Brad, Jeff Rainwater, Mikey J, and CT Jason. Thank you guys so much for having me on the show. Really appreciate it. And shout out to John and Michael from iiRcade. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Awesome
Thank
job.
No, shout out to you, sir. Shout out to you.
A huge shout out to Herb Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, go check out his channel. He's got 194 videos on his channel. He talks about all kinds of games, retro games, iiRcade. I mean, if you've ever seen his game collection, it's insane. He has got a massive game collection of physical games and cartridges.
I like the leaderboard at the end. Like some of the names that were on there were like, go back and rewatch this and look at the names that were on that leaderboard.
Yeah.
There's some pretty funny names.
Well, it's like he was talking about Todd Russell. I mean, that guy is at the top of every leaderboard that for every game that he owns. It seems like
Todd Russell's an amazing gamer.
Yeah,
amazing.
When
gamer.
he sets his mind to it, he picks a game and he focuses on it. That's how you do it, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Herb Wars. That was an amazing review. I don't know why I haven't played that game.
Go sub to Herb Wars. He's got a great channel.
That was really good. He sold me on it.
As far as In the Hunt goes, like it's not like an official prequel to Metal Slug, but if you want to get creative in your own imagination, you can kind of view it as that. And you know,
it looks like it. He's right. The graphics
in
are
the
very
Hunt.
similar.
In the Hunt is an arcade masterpiece. When I saw they were getting that told me that the people at iiRcade, they know what the hidden gems are. Mm-hmm. They're going after the games that are hidden gems and are fantastic games. And that was when I saw they had In the Hunt, I was like, yep, they know what they're doing.
Yes. Well, and that's like and that's the thing, you know, since we're doing this whole show all about shmups today.
Shmups.
That's the thing about these shmups. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when you had your quarters and you were in the arcade when you were a kid or when you were younger, to play a shmup, I mean, how much money would it cost to beat some of these games?
It would cost too much money. That's why I ain't playing no shmups. I play some fighting games.
Yeah,
right.
Sorry.
So, but that's my point. So when it comes down to the iiRcade and, you know, and these modern day home arcade stuff, like where you can just press the button to keep putting in quarters, like these shmups actually translate super well to this form.
That is a really good
point. Arcade, they translate great.
And we need to just give them more love, and we're playing these games. A lot of us are, and we're beating them for the first time. And with the iiRcade leaderboards, you know, there's the whole competition. So it's just like, you know,
right.
I mean, the shmups are where it's at. And
can you imagine
in my opinion,
playing Truxton on a real arcade, plunking these quarters in quarter after quarter after quarter?
Frustrated.
You would
quit. And Herb Wars does have a great Truxton video. I just watched it. Fantastic video covering that game on his channel. Go check it out.
Mikey, don't you have another video showing some more?
Yeah, I do. Here we go. First up, we have Strikers 1945, and I'm just going to keep this quick because I actually already did a game spotlight on this game, and so go check it out already on our channel now, Strikers 1945. And next up, we have Image Fight, and I also did a game spotlight on this that I released on our channel, but I did not actually feature this game on our show until now, and this might be the hardest shmup of them all on the cabinet. I'm saying it right now. So go try to get on the leaderboards for Image Fight because it is no joke. This game is super hard, but super fun also. And then next up we have Samurai Aces. This is another good fun shmup. You know, we're all into shmups today, of course. And yeah, I really have been enjoying this one. It's it's a good classic shmup. I mean, they're all kind of similar, but they try to mix it up a little. And Samurai Aces is different enough, but yet still familiar. And yeah, so it's a good one that I definitely recommend giving it a go. And as with all the games on my list, these are all leaderboard games, so you can definitely chase the leaderboards. And finally, we have Batsu Gun. And yeah, I had to include this game. As I was making my list here, I went through and played all of my shmups back to back to back on my cabinet. And I think Batsu Gun is my personal favorite, even over Rancock Skies, because I don't know, there's something about this game. It's classic old school style shmup, but it was just done perfectly. It's something a little bit extra about Batsu Gun, in my humble opinion. So yeah, check them out. Yeah, and Batsu Gun, like I'm telling you, when I played all the shmups on my cabinet, getting ready for this episode here, and that one's my personal favorite on my cabinet. I gotta say, as much as I love all of them, there's something special about that one. And as I said, they're all the ones that I spotlighted there are all leaderboard chasing ones. And speaking of leaderboards, there's somebody out there in the YouTube community. He goes by the name of Metal Jesus Rocks. Maybe you guys have heard of him. And I watched his channel for a long time. And I know he's big into shmups, and I want to challenge him. I'm putting the challenge out there. Where you at, Metal Jesus Rocks?
Does he have an iiRcade?
Well, he needs to get one, and because I know he loves these shmups.
I could put my car top in the car, drive down to his house. He's like 2 hours away from me. I could just drive down and be like, bro. He'll be like, I don't know who you are, but I'll be like, I brought an arcade with me, and he'd probably let me in.
He probably would if you brought an iiRcade with you.
You know what it is, that Batsu Gun. I was just watching your footage there. It's the satisfaction of like that spread shot. You just feel so powerful.
Yeah.
Right. You just feel like, man, like you've got this huge spread shot. You can hit everything on the screen. And
it trucks in every time I get that laser gun and I start sweeping back and forth.
Yeah.
It's just something so satisfying about it.
Exactly. That's what it is.
So satisfying.
And something I want to highlight is that not all shmups are the same. Some of them are literally quarter munchers where you can just quarter your way through the whole game, but they're not all like that though. Image Fight is not, and there's another one we're going to talk about later.
That's the hardest one. You said that was the hardest one on the.
It's
pretty dang hard.
I played Truxton as well.
You think it's harder than Truxton?
Yes, I do. Absolutely.
No, okay. I will say this. I think Truxton is harder game to play, to get through, but I think that it's probably harder to get on the leaderboard on Image Fight.
Beat the first level on Image Fight. I want to see someone beat the
first
level.
I went through the whole thing. I'm pretty sure I went through all of it. I don't know. What's this poll, Brad?
Anyway, yeah. I did a community poll just on some games to get some feedback from the fans of iiRcade. And this was what came back. We have Truxton, you got 13%. Strikers 1945 or 1945 plus. Put them together. Got 16%. Rangok Skies got 35%. R-Type got 35%. And poor Dogyan, it got nothing. What's in the dog house? I didn't have 43 voting spots. So,
I was going to say, how'd you pick these 5.
I just picked ones that were popular. I looked at the popularity and I just tried to pick a few that I thought were popular. It's not a perfect poll. I mean, I know Batstugan's not even on it. So
Corrupt Neuron says Truxton is very hard, and that's saying something because Corrupt Neuron is
dogging at 0.
he's a
How dare
boss.
you? We got Michael.
You offended Michael.
There he is. Oh,
Come on, Mikey, throw up the picture.
He was okay with me talking about battle rockets, but you offended him when Zoggian got 0%.
Yeah.
That's crossing the line, Papa Brad.
Well, how about this, everyone? Oh, there
I
he
didn't
is.
give it community. I didn't vote. I can't vote in my own poll.
That's true. You can't blame us. This was the community voting on Papa Brad's page. How many?
I put it on the list, so I thought it was pretty good. Apparently, I don't know. I put it on the list.
Doggin is a good one. Doggin is good. That's why you put it on the list, right?
It's hard.
You know
It's hard to pick 5.
It might just be
20 or 15.
Maybe it's just because the other ones were just a little bit better. Not to say that Doggin is bad. It's just the other ones were liked more.
Well, here's a crazy idea. You know, our channel here, we're only a couple of subscribers away from 500, so we could do community posts on our official iiRcadians one.
Yeah,
and
are there people watching this right now that aren't subscribed?
Your show. This is not our show. This is your show.
But what I'm saying,
are people
coming
here up and clicking the subscribe? Because I can't see it from here. I don't know.
But
someone who's I just want to point this out. Michael has to go through all of these games from start to finish.
We got a comment from Michael. Can you read it, Jeff?
Look, as someone who's beaten them all, the list should be Doggin, Rangok Skies, Truxton, R-Type, Striker Series. Those are, you think, the 5 that we should be voting on, right?
Michael,
that's the order. That's the order he says from best to worst. Okay.
How do you not have Batsugan on there?
Thank you for coming on too.
Batsugan, yeah.
We love having you on the show.
Batsugan is good.
I was like, seriously, between that and Dog
it really just depends on what style. Everybody likes a different style. Like some people, if you like Rangok Skies, maybe it's because you like bullet hell games or you like the newer style ones. Mm-hmm. I'm excited for like ones like what's it called? Fire. I can't even think of what it's called. Sky Shark. I'm excited for I'm excited for Sky Shark, and that's a totally different type of shooter. That one's not even out yet. It's coming though, right, Michael? I think it's coming, right?
Well, you know what I'm looking forward to is those Pilot Kids. That's a CPS2 one.
Kids.
And then don't we have some Naomi shooters coming as well? I thought we talked about last week.
There's nobody that can hold a candle to this. Like iiRcade is the king of the shmups. In the home arcades, by far, no one comes close.
Sound. I mean, no one comes close.
Nobody comes close. If you like shmups, this is the definitive system to get. Now, guys, look, we're halfway through the show. We haven't even talked about the news. Like, what came out this week? We had a couple of new games that came out this week. Wardener, let's talk about that. That's not a shmup, so we won't talk much about it. But it is a fun game. I downloaded it. I tried it. It reminds me a little bit of like, not thematically, but it's like what do you call that? Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah.
In terms of gameplay, like you got to memorize the levels. I think it is also a Toplan, isn't it? Yeah, it's also a Toplan game. But it's you play this character that looks kind of like Cartman from the
South Park. But how can you not love Cartman? So I mean,
no, it's great. It's like but it is a very fun. It's a very frustrating game because you'll die a lot, and then you got to memorize the levels to get through it. But it wasn't too bad. I actually kind of liked it. And then the other one that came out, of course, Truxton, the one that everybody is talking about this week because it is a freaking classic and it's a masterpiece. I'm telling you guys,
it is a masterpiece. If you have not played it, I would say it's a must buy. It's not even a try. It's like an absolute must buy.
It's
100%.
Definitely a must buy. It's one of the best games that they have launched on this system in quite a while, in my opinion.
worth buying an iiRcade for Truxton for sure, 100%.
Well, and the entire home arcade community has been praising it, so I mean that says a lot as well, you know.
And you look at the amount of people playing. I mean, when I first played it, I got it when it first came out, and I was like, "Oh, look, I'm on the leaderboard, first page. I'm rocking it. I'm rocking it." Man, I look now, I'm killing myself to even get on any of the pages. People are on fire with the leaderboard.
I did a spotlight video, which we're going to see here in a minute, on Truxton, but to do it, I needed to get the B-roll footage, and it was hard as heck. That the game is hard as nails. And I played this thing for hours and hours this last weekend trying to like get footage and just trying to progress through the game. And I thought I would, for sure, with as much as I was playing it, I'd be on, probably make it on the first page, if not at least on the second page. I'm not on the leaderboard at all. I'm not even close.
I bumped back on the pages today, but I might have gotten bumped off because I was towards the bottom of the second page. So
it's hard. It's hard.
The competition's definitely heating up on that game.
Well, if you want to know what we're talking about, let's show the video. There, this is a review or a game spotlight for Truxton, the new game that came out this week. Power on, all systems go. Take off. Meet the alien attack head-on in your super fighter. Before the Giddens overrun your planet, destroy them with an explosive scramble in space. You are the one pilot alive with the guys to do it. The Giddens have blown up your planet's cargo barge and are on their way to Borogo with a swarm of flying fortresses, asteroids loaded with tanks, guns, and explosives for an all-points takeover. Attack them face-to-face in your super fighter, the most powerful assault ship in the universe. Blast them to Kingdom Come with power shots. Fire the incredible Truxton beam to disintegrate their speeding onslaught. And when there's no escape through their force fields, surprise them with devastating rainbow circle shot. Take on the Giddens in 5 separate battles of space carnage. You can save the planet. Well, if that description from the back of the Genesis box wasn't enough to get you excited for this game, I don't know what will. In fact, there's even a little story dialogue in the beginning of the game booklet.
Tom, we're under attack!
That's why I'm here, sir.
The Giddens came on like bats out of Pluto. Our transport ship, the Bellary, didn't have a chance. Now it's cargo, our secret weapons. It's out there stuck in space and the Giddens are between it and us. Tom, we've got to stop them. They've got something enormous out there. It fills up the radar screen. We don't know what it is. We can't prepare for it. We don't even know how to fight it.
I'll fight it, sir.
Take the super fighter. It's got everything you need. Weapons so powerful, we've been afraid to use them. You'll blow their boosters off, Tom. You're our only hope, but it's gonna be dangerous.
I'll risk it, sir. I'll see you back here on Borogo after I make our planet safe.
Truxton released by publisher Taito in Japan in October of 1988 under the name Tatsujin, which means master in Japanese. It was then brought to arcades in North America and Europe a few months later by Taito and Midway. Yes, I said Midway. It then got ported to PC Engine and Sega Genesis, but the console versions, while still very good, suffered from having to tweak some of the sprite colors due to the reduced color palette compared to the arcade version of the game. Plus, it's just not the same experience as playing with an arcade stick. Truxton won several awards from the popular Japanese game magazine Gamest in the categories of Best Shooter, Annual Hit Game, and Best Arcade Game, and you can see why. This is a masterpiece. Truxton could be compared to the game Grindstormer, which also took previously established ideas and weapon systems from the 1986 game Slap Fight. The creator Masaharu Yuji wanted to make this a scrolling shooter with heavy focus on memorization. While Truxton and Grindstormer are not officially sequels of Slap Fight, they are viewed as somewhat spiritual successors, and its inspiration is clear. Each of the 5 levels in the game increase in difficulty and lead you to huge asteroids where you fight aliens called the Giddens, led by the evil Dogurava, which is invading the planet of Borogo. Of course, you play as Tom, or Tetsuo in the Japanese versions, and you essentially pilot the last ship to fend off these invaders. There are 3 types of weapons in the game, which you can switch between by collecting the red, blue, or green power-ups respectively. The default weapon is my favorite, which is the red one, and that's a spread shot, which is great, except in certain situations you actually may not want a spread shot because it can hit things that will explode that you don't want to explode, such as these glass container things that when you hit them, it causes them to explode, and maybe hitting them is not necessarily the best strategy in all cases. The green is a powerful, more straight shot, which will probably be better in a situation like that. And then, of course, the blue is an auto-homing laser beam. Yeah, auto-homing laser beams. Now, you can hold the A button to shoot down at a slow rate of fire, but if you want to not die, then you're going to need to smack that button like you mean it.
Ouch! It just looks
Your B
painful.
button, of course, is a very powerful bomb, which is a pretty sick-looking skull, and you can't just place it anywhere. You have to get it in a strategic spot. It's not like a whole screen wipe, but it'll basically mess up anything that it explodes nearby. When you collect 5 of the P symbols, it will upgrade your weapon to a much more powerful version, but just be aware that you do lose the weapon when you get destroyed. You can stack up the P's through the death, though, to earn them strategically using your quarters. You can also pick up some speed increases, which are super helpful because your ship is so incredibly slow. I personally call it the USS Molasses. Now, you can certainly go back and play the console versions of Truxton on the Genesis or the PC Engine, like I said, with those color variations. And you're not playing with an arcade stick, right? You're playing with just a joystick, but those are great as well. So don't get me wrong. Just don't expect to find legal versions of this game on any of the modern consoles like the Switch or the PlayStation. Now, I suppose one could argue that you could technically play a legal copy of this on a PC. For that, you're going to need to track down the Japanese FM Towns PC from 1989, running Towns OS, or one of the follow-up 16-bit Japanese consoles that came out that run Towns OS, called the FM Towns Marty. Yeah, good luck with that. But even if you somehow manage to track down one of those along with a legal copy of the game, you'd be far from the arcade experience playing it on these. If you want to play it on a modern console, well, you're just going to want to pick up an iiRcade. The game's sequel, Truxton 2, was released 4 years later in arcades and is also planning to eventually make its way onto the iiRcade as well. The good news is iiRcade did this game right. The graphics, controls, and sound more than do justice to this classic, and the global leaderboards on the iiRcade are ripe with competition. I can't even make it on the leaderboard. There's so many people playing this game. And I gotta tell you, the game is brutally hard. I'm saying brutally hard. One-hit deaths will send you back to the last checkpoint to try again, and it'll take you many attempts to learn how to get through each section, but once you have it down, it feels so rewarding. This can be pretty brutal because not all the checkpoints have easily accessible power-ups. Luckily, there are unlimited continues, so you can keep trying until you have that section down. You do keep your high score through your lives, but once you have to continue, you get reset back to 0 points again, which is how it should be. No cheesing your way into the leaderboards on this one. You gotta have the skills to get through these 5 levels and make your mark on those leaderboards. And if you manage to make it through all 5 levels and still think the game needs even more of a challenge, then it loops you back through again with even more increased difficulty. In my opinion, Truxton is a must-buy title on the iiRcade, and I would buy an iiRcade just for this game. It's that good.
Sounds like you like it.
It gets stuck in your head when you got to play it 50,000 times to get through that spot.
You know what's so great about this game, Jeff? You know what I love about it? I'm on the leaderboards and you're not.
Oh,
speaking of leaderboards, I might have got knocked off while the show's on, but I probably did. But speaking of that, Papa Brad made a list of all the leaderboard shmups.
Thank you.
I literally had to go through every single title, and this is according to the iiRcade store. So if it said it had a leaderboard, I typed the name down.
So if it's wrong, blame Michael.
Yeah, if it's wrong, don't blame me. But I did
screenshot this. You guys screenshot this.
Screenshot this, because a lot of you want to play on the leaderboards. These are all the leaderboard games, and there are actually 24 of the titles are leaderboard supported. So there's 24 titles you can play competitively. And, you know, just make sure you beat Rainwater. That's all that matters. So.
Doesn't take much. That's awesome. Yeah, that's good. That's cool. Because you know what? There's some people out there, they just want to compete in leaderboards. So they're going to screenshot. They're going to go to the store right after this show. Or you can do it during the show. Just open another browser tab and just buy all of those games right there.
And screenshot that. You've got all the games with leaderboards right now.
There you go. Oh, he says, what did he say here? You could just ask. I've got them all in a fancy spreadsheet. Okay. Well,
there you have it.
The fancy spreadsheet. Like, man, he's probably got graphics on there and stuff, and we're just like typing it and sticking it on a screen and snapping.
I like doing things the extra hard manual labor way, like going through game by game. That's how much I love iiRcade. I went through game by game and clicked on each one.
He's always okay. I gotta say this. Brad always takes notes on stuff. Like we're talking about ideas and stuff, throwing around ideas and stuff to talk about. He takes notes. Look at it. And then he sends us pictures from his work where he's got it sitting on his desk and he's got a little bell on it. It's the funniest thing ever.
He's got his little apple sitting next to it. And he's ready to go.
But I'm glad you brought up leaderboards, Brad, because leaderboards are so important in these shmups. It like the other games, Michael. I know some of them you just can't. Like the leaderboards aren't functionally. You can't get it to work, right? But if there are any more of these that we can get leaderboards for, it makes it so much more fun to chase leaderboards with shmups in particular.
I got a question. How many of you play the game and then you think you have a good game, then you immediately exit the game to check the leaderboard, then you go back into the game? I do that all the time.
Yes.
I'm like, how did I do that? Like I exit the game and then I go back into
the game. You stack up with Corrupt Neuron and Todd Russell. Yeah, I know.
HDR.
Can't catch those guys.
Champ's an amazing gamer, Todd Russell.
Yeah, they're all on the top of like every leaderboard. It's like, man, can't wait to get some of these fighting games online so I can feel like I'm on top of something.
Right? I never stopped playing a leaderboard until I beat Jeff. Good to know. So basically, it's all dependent on me getting as high as possible, and that's what determines where everybody else plays to, right? Set the bar.
And, you know, we did the Papa Brad challenge. We're going to take Papa Brad out. When I find another game I'm good enough to get towards the top of the boards, we'll do another one of those. Then y'all can blow me away because that was awesome. That was so much fun on Tropical Angel when we did the Take Papa Brad Out challenge. It was awesome.
Well, it's just because that's just how much these leaderboards, these online leaderboards, just really bring to these games. You know, it just brings the whole community together, and you know, like you said, Todd Russell's setting world records, and you know, it's awesome.
And before CT Jason asks, because I know he's gonna, how much is
how much is it?
Yeah, there you go. $7.99. That is a steal.
As long as it's under 10, I'm happy.
Yeah.
There you go. Did you bought a game that's more expensive than that this week?
I did. I had to take a look at the list. Like I told you, I don't really play them shmups, but I bought a couple games, you know, just for the show.
Okay, what'd you get?
I bought Dragon Breed, and I bought Witches with Bullets. Because I like the music. The music got me. I like that you can watch a little demo before you know what I'm saying, want to buy it.
Yeah.
So I bought them too. I did a review. I got that for the show.
I always watch those before I buy a game to make sure if it's something I want for sure. What'd you think of Witch Loves Bullets?
I like the music, and the game was fun. I was going to do a review on that, but I figured that Dragon Breeder, I got some reasons why I did a review on that.
So let's play it now.
So the theme of today's episode being about shmups, which is some shooters. I'm going to buy me a shooter so I can try it out. Now, me personally, I'm not a fan, but this one right here, this catches my eye. Ride the Dragon of Light, Bahamut, into battle and unleash crossbow bolts and dragon fire against waves of nightmarish creatures? Yeah, that seems about up my alley. I think I'd like to try this out. Let me see some pictures. Okay, yeah, this right here. This reminds me of the never-ending story. Round and round, flying around in the air, fighting stuff. Whole bunch of nonsense. Yeah, I think I like this game. I remember this hit the arcades back in 1989. I'm looking forward to trying this out. All right, I got jump, I got shoot. Okay. Dragon breed. All right, I'm rich, but I'm high. Give me all them coins. All right, now, I'm not playing right now. This is this little intro. Big old dragon comes out. I just ride this thing never ending story style. To try my best. I'm not too, good at this type of games. Alright, I like this game, it's okay. Shooting some power up, pow. Okay. Now this right here is interesting. Let me see how long it takes me to die. Oh, shoot. I can upgrade the dragon. I get more fire out of my mouth. Different blasters and stuff. I'm like, what? Why you down like Mega Man? I got a little try. We're gonna see how this plays out. Now, like I was saying, this right here is a little different than other shooters. I like it. I'm not just in a plane, riding on the back of an indestructible dragon, it looks like. Hey, Bogart, these people out of my way. I like this, okay. I just can't get touched. It's like real life. You get hit once, and you're dead. Especially, look at this. Bang! You can't beat this big old indestructible dragon. I just gotta watch my back, and I'll be okay. Oh, look at that! Yeah, I think I like this. Okay. Got no fire, no flames. There it is. Oh,
Atreyu leveled up.
Dragon. Y'all can't touch me. Ah, man. Look, I can block. I gotta try that. I gotta see if I can block shots like that. A little temporary invincibility. Oh, watch it. Watch it. Yeah. Now this right here, this wasn't a bad price for this game. I don't like shooters like I said before, but I can mess around with this. Look at how I'm killing people with big old body. They don't want it. They don't want it. Who wants some? Not sure. Watch it. I got pretty strong crossbar, infinite ammo. Look at this. I never play a game like this. Look, usually, whatever you ride it in, that'll break down. Not this dragon. This is nice.
Can't mess with the dragon.
Look, gosh darn it. It's all right. I got one life to live right now. Let me not mess this up. Yeah, I like this a lot. I got to practice a little bit more. This is my first time. So
Never ending story.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Ah! You know what? I like this game, but I'm done. I'll play this another time. Overall, it's worth the purchase. I like this better than other shooters. Made me feel like it's the never-ending story. Flying around, getting stuff done. Thanks for watching. Let's get back to the show. You see what I'm saying? Reminds you of the never-ending story. Riding on the back of an animal.
The whole time you were playing that, I was in my head singing this song, "Never Ending Story."
That was so good. I got that music caught in my head ever since I did the video.
Yeah. How much is that, CT?
How much? How
much is that?
You got me there. I think it was like $10, right? $9.99.
You now.
That's a good price.
$9.99.
Yeah.
I'll buy it.
I was ready.
I'll buy it.
What other game can you ride on the back of a dragon? I mean, and shoot fire and dude, that game is badass. I'm just saying, it's a pretty awesome game.
I'm gonna play it again. I ain't gonna lie. I like it.
Saint Dragon is very similar as well. They're a little bit different, but they both have the dragon thing flying around. But I actually prefer Dragon Breed. Just the fact that you're the little dude riding around on it, that's pretty cool.
I don't even want to play it. I just want to watch CT Jason play it because it's so darn entertaining.
You gotta put the Never Ending Story song on while you're playing it. Like if we didn't get a copyright.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Good stuff.
Atreyu.
That's a dark movie. It's a dark movie.
I was terrified of nothing.
The first movie's so dark, you ain't lying. It's pretty graphic.
The Swamp of Sorrows and the dog or the horse that gets stuck in the Swamp of Sorrows.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Anyway, what else you got for us today? Are we doing a giveaway today?
I think so. I want to do another one. I want to give away a iiRcadians t-shirt.
All right.
And Michael, the one that you won last week should be in the mail if you haven't already got it yet.
Yeah, and he's got a special present from CT Jason on the way.
We sent you another shirt. You got an exclusive CT Jason shirt in black.
There you go. All right. Well, let's see who.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's time for us to play Can You Guess It? And right here, I got a whole bunch of collectibles that I've come across over the years. And right now, we're going to see if you can guess one of those items. And if you can, you'll win yourself a brand new iiRcadians t-shirt. So, folks, let me think which item is going to be today. All right, right here, we got this necklace. But this ain't just any old necklace. This right here is from the movie, The Never-Ending Story, where the main character, Atreyu, wore this around his neck. This had all the power. This was the MacGuffin of the movie. This movie came out in 1984. It's an old movie. What I want to know, folks, is what is the name of this necklace?
That's a hard one.
Go type it
That's
in
an
chat.
easy one. You just gotta Google it. Google it real quick.
Look at my hat here. You see my hat?
Oh, look at that.
It's on my hat too.
Mind blown.
It's almost like that was planned or something.
It's like I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I think he might have Googled it right.
He had inside information.
Somebody got it right?
Do we have a winner yet?
Is that the correct spelling, Papa Brad?
It is the correct spelling. The winner is Kev Gret.
Kev Gret.
No, it's not.
No, wait. There's someone ahead of him, though.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kev
Wait a
Gret.
minute. It might be Brooklyn Menace. Wait a minute. Let's double check.
It was Brooklyn Menace.
Brooklyn Menace. Brooklyn Menace got it right before him. They like
milliseconds. Sorry, buddy. Oh man.
Look, the timestamp is at the same second.
Is
Brooklyn
it really?
Menace won before, didn't he?
You know what that could be is because one's on the West Coast and one's on the East Coast, and they hit it at the same time, and it was just.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, would this be okay? Could Papa Brad could we just do 2 t-shirts?
Hey, it's up to you, Papa Brad. You can send one to one. I'll send one to another.
Uh-oh. Okay, Kev Gret, you owe Papa Brad big time for that one. Send them both a t-shirt then. That's cool.
Yeah.
We'll just do 2 because it was the exact same second.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what Big Papa Brad's all about, you know.
That's right.
Yeah, he
I'm
makes
fighting
it
for
right.
my community.
Yeah.
All right, so get in touch with us somehow, and we'll get you guys your t-shirts. That was a lot of fun. So
Good job, guys.
Too. If you haven't seen the movie, go check out the movie. It's a it's a classic. So where are we going from this? What was the? Do we have another topic that I think that was pretty much it. We're actually kind of out of time, but we've got one more thing. Brad, did you want to introduce this last thing?
Yeah,
because you found this, right?
Before we do that though, I got something real quick. I just want to kind of dropping this on everybody. Sorry, but I just want to give a holler out to UAG and Papa Brad for hooking me up with this.
Look at that.
Yeah, I got so
enjoy, buddy.
A footrest. That's cool. Sorry.
I just wanted to give you guys a shout out. Papa Brad, and
that's
UAG.
the thing, you know,
thanks,
even though
everybody.
we're the iiRcadians, we're really fans of all the home arcades. You can look at all those arcade one-ups, and you got Ad Games, and Jeff's
got one of
all
those
kind of
too.
arcade one-ups. We like all this stuff. But, you know, we're here for this show because we love iiRcade. That's why we do this show, because we love the iiRcade. That's it.
Well, and now I have products from all 4 of the companies. So
yeah, I do too. Well, no, I don't have the Unico.
Welcome to the club.
I guess I'm entitled to my opinions.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
You and CT
Mikey's
Jason.
gonna start putting out some opinion pieces.
CT Jason.
We got to be careful. Just be careful with the thumbnails, Mikey. We got ourselves in trouble with thumbnails lately. All right.
So what you got for us?
Well, you know, I've been missing Jong. Jong's in Korea. You know, he's doing good work, but I've been really missing Jong. So we're going to do a flashback video. We're going to do a flashback of Jong the first time he introduced Truxton. Let's roll this video.
Hello, everybody. How are you? This is Jong again with iiRcade Facebook Live number 10. Wow, time flies really fast, doesn't it? Now, let me go into the next game. Now, if you see my title of the session, it's called Shooter Fest, and that is for the reason because next game that I'm about to show you is a shooter game. So if you love shooters, iiRcade is probably the best platform that you'll be able to play these games on. And I'm very happy about it as well, because obviously I love shooter games too, right? Who doesn't, right? Who doesn't? One of the things that if you think about arcades is shooters. So next game is a shooter game, born in 1988. Now, how I chose this game is that I was reading through some of the comments in our Facebook page, and several, actually, I was sort of surprised. Several people mentioned to me, asked me if we have this game. And at the time, we didn't announce it, so I was like, should I answer this one or not? But afterwards, I thought, hey, let's go ahead and announce it today. So this was actually a pretty famous game. I think Brian was the first one that I saw, at least anyway. So Truxton is one of the very famous shooter games back in the days. And this game was by a company called Toaplan. And Toaplan is one of the master companies in shooters, right? So if you talk about shooters, there are 2 companies out there that you immediately think of. One of them is Toaplan, and the other one is iiRcade. And this one is by Toaplan. So if you look at this, now this is the first game that I'm showing you that is vertically oriented, right? Now today I want to show you this game because I want to show you how we play our vertically oriented games. You may be able to tell what we're trying to do on this Facebook Live session. One of the big reasons why we have colored our bezel black, right, is because we wanted to make this a seamless experience on the vertical games. So if you look, we kept the sides black. We're going to make this even more black so that it matches the color of the bezel, so that to your eyes it'll look exactly like vertical playing games that you're used to, without the distraction that you get with bezels, right? I don't like bezels myself. Nobody does. So this is our way of making it bezel-less for, I don't say bezel-less, but side strip-less for vertical shooters. Again, we're going to try to match the colors exactly so that all you see is the screen in the middle to play the games, so that it looks and feels exactly like a vertical screen.
So forward thinking. This was 2020.
I don't really like if you have graphics on the sides.
Think how forward thinking John was.
That's another reason why we went this way. We want to make sure that you are focusing on the gameplay. Anyway, Truxton, let's start playing.
I never thought about what he said about the bezels, but that's an amazing point.
Yeah, the design. I mean, all the way back in when it was iiRcade was
when I was a kid.
being designed.
And this is a very difficult game as well. So it's definitely a reflex tester. So let's see if my reflexes will show a better result on shooter game.
Are they? Ask it for bezels.
All All right, I'll show you better results.
I agree with John. I think it's distracting.
Two-player game, yeah. But you play one player at a time. This one,
with iiRcade, the games are optimized so well too, and I have to give them lots of props as someone that visits real arcades.
Oh my god,
they get it right.
These guys are double teaming me. Is that fair?
We were gonna edit this down more, but Jong just has so much good commentary, things to say.
It was hard because like he would be playing and then he would say something really.
I know that this is a famous game, and I am seeing that a lot of people have played games that I've not heard about before. Let me play one more round. If you remember back in the days, these shooters were also about how quickly you can press these buttons, right? So you can get the missiles out there as quickly as you can. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. So when I was young, right, we used to have rulers and use tools like rulers to press as quickly as possible. There were lots of tricks that we used to do when I was young. And probably possible here as well.
Gosh, darn it!
All right. That was me.
I was rooting for him. I wanted to win.
I hope you enjoyed it. Let's move on to the next game. So next game is going to be somewhat familiar to you now that you have played Truxton. It's called
Yes,
Truxton.
Michael.
We're bringing the entire Truxton
He's on now.
Arcade. And one of the reasons is because we obviously love these games. And Truxton 2 is another amazing game. It's actually a stop up. From Truxton.
We know it's running. Look at this.
They did a fabulous job.
Truxton 2.
See, now you got to do it, Michael.
Not only from photographical wise, but also from gameplay wise, it has a lot of more improvements. Let me show you. And by the way, this game is also 2-player as well, as you can see. You can see how quickly it is, right? 12-Lens game, as well as like those games, shooter games back in the days, they were very famous because how the gameplay was quick, fast, responsive. Right? Of course, especially back in the days, graphically extremely good. Graphically really, really good, right?
I need to play that now.
And you can see how fast these
I need it. I need it in my life.
The gameplay.
Yep.
Right? It's very difficult to get the gameplay of shooter games from Portland and Psycho. And if you look at all the other really famous companies that made shooter games, like for example Cave, which is another awesome company that's making shooter games, everybody there is from Portland. So Portland has born a lot of different more companies, right? Especially when out of business, and from there, lots of other great shooter games have been born. So sort of like a mother of shooter games, these two companies. So as you can see, if you compare these games against some of the other shooters out there, let me play one more game with you. Can't believe I died that way. If you compare this against some of the other shooters from other companies out there, right, it's definitely different. Lots of action, lots of weapons, and many, many different ways to play. Right. For example, look at this weapon. It was very different from the other one that was sort of giving you those angles, different angles of shooting. Oh, it's hard.
You can tell Jong really knows the shooters and he loves them.
All right, bad guys, come over here. Come to daddy.
I love all the shooter love iiRcade is given.
Definitely. It is the king of
that's
SHMUPS.
where I always get killed. I think this is my last ship, so let me play this one.
And it's a very underrepresented
we'll move on to the next
genre for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. These parts I'm able to go over, right? But
Go, John.
the part where I keep on always keep on dying is a very difficult part, right there. Especially I have the small ships on to my left and right. Sort of confuses me because it's wide. I'm wide. But anyway, that was Truxton 2. I hope you enjoyed it.
Truxton 2.
Here,
Truxton 2.
I would like to let you know that we have a very strong partnership with Toaplan. That's an announcement, and we are bringing their games over. So if you remember, we showed you Snow Brothers 1 and 2 last time. That comes from our very strong Toaplan partnership. And here is our second one that we're showing you, Truxton. And we'll show you a lot more games from Toaplan in the coming future.
Right on.
All right.
Later, nerds. Thanks for watching.
Later.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, we got the iiRcadians merch store. If you want to take a little piece of the show with you, you can get it right here. Enjoy. Thanks again, folks, for watching another show. Well done.